Okay, we're getting ready to go live.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Terry.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm not sure we have Rox is with us.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Wait to I think Emily is logging on. But hey, give me 1 second. We just started the player. Again, we're going live on Facebook, Twitter, and we have Twitter Live and our YouTube channel. Good morning, Brent. Okay, I think Emily's probably updating her phone. We'll wait for a couple more minutes. But it's a beautiful Monday. It's halfway through October. I'm hoping everyone's doing great. And Rox, this is Terry. She's our VP. And I'm excited to get to know more about your conference. It's exciting because we haven't had a really big size conference in South Florida. Invite to co-host. Here we go. Okay, so I see Rox down here. So who's speaking in Web3 Summit? What's your name?
Oh, my name is Rox. That's just my PFP.
Oh, okay, Rox.
Down there.
I'm like, who is this? Good morning, Emily.
There we go. Oh my goodness. Everything was kind of being glitchy and it wouldn't let me come in as a speaker or anything. Hi, everyone. Good morning.
Yeah, there's some weird thing with the Android. I don't even know anymore. So don't ask me.
I updated and everything. It's like, what is happening?
It usually happens to me, so I'm kind of like, oh, okay. I think I'm not gonna say anything because I might be speaking too soon. So
you passed the torch right now. So
yeah, I'm kind of like, oh my goodness. So I am excited to know more about Web3 Summit and what the conference looked like. They have some incredible speakers. So we have Roxas, she's here with us. And so before we start, I just want to say hi to everyone. And hi, Terry, how are you doing? Okay, Terry, maybe she's on another. So, okay, let's just go ahead and start. And again, anyone that decides to grab the mic, know that we are live streaming and also promoting the space for future listening. So once you accept the live stream, you know that you are being recorded in another platform too. So, and I wanted to get Terry. Terry, are you there? Because Terry always leads us in our morning Monday mindfulness exercise. It's something that we do every Monday. I think it gets our week going. And Terry is our VP, and Emily Taffel is our communication director. So excited to all three of us here. Emily, we missed you last week.
I missed you all last week too. We were down and out last week, but feeling a lot better this week.
Yeah, I felt so bad, but usually that's something you get when you air travel, right?
Yeah, like I travel a lot and I have not gotten sick like that in a very long time. But both myself and then I brought it home and Ryan got it. Not fun. Not fun. But we're all helping out.
That's good. Well, we're in Florida, so thank goodness the weather's good and stuff. So
yeah, I came back to beautiful weather. It was 30. Yeah, when I was away, it was 39 degrees. So coming back, I was very happy to warm up.
So maybe we should do the breathing exercise after our conversation. I don't know what Terry's having issue with her phone, or she's on the phone. She's on.
Yeah, we can do that. I see she's still here, and I think she's even talking because I see her little thing moving, but I don't know. I can't hear her.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't hear her either. Okay, we got you there for a second, Terry.
mic is on. Terry. Do you hear me? No?
Yeah,
We can
now
hear
we
you
can hear you.
now.
Oh my God. Who the heck knows what's going on? Are y'all ready for me?
We've been ready for you. You kidding? No.
So ready. Bring it
But
on.
before we start, I wanted to say welcome everybody to our Monday Empower Yourself Monday. We're on our episode 36. We're excited about featuring a communicator of the week, but this week is different because we wanted to promote something that's happening in our very own backyard, Miami, and just in time, right before our Basel. There should be a huge NFT event going on there too, and Emily does a whole bunch of stuff during that time also. So before we start, let everyone know that we are the South Florida chapter of the Association for Women in Communication, the South Florida chapter. The national chapter is our AWC, which goes by at WarmCom. Is their I'm sorry, AWC Connects, but their website is warmcom.org. But we were founded in 1909 at University of Washington State. So as a chapter in South Florida, we're one of the first ones to talk about Web3. We featured NFT artists last year. We've been talking about it all through the year. So it's excited to have finally there's a Web3 summit for women. So we're excited about bringing them on to let them get more information about it. I'm going to give the mic to Terry, and Will, I'm going to give you the mic after our mindfulness exercise, and when we finish talking to Rox about the whole summit, and then we can go from there. The mic is yours, Terry.
Thank you, Tonya. Welcome, everyone. Okay, wherever you are, standing, sitting, laying down, go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Again, inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale in. And exhale through your mouth. Relax your face, your jaw, your neck, your shoulders. Feel the stress go down your arms, out through your fingertips. And you're fully relaxed in your upper body, going down the body. Relax your torso, your hips. Feel the stress go down your legs, out through your toes. And you're completely relaxed, eyes still closed, gently breathing in and out through your nose. And all I want you to think about is the air going in and out through your nose. And if any other thoughts come in your mind, allow them to just float away like clouds in the sky. And you can slowly open your eyes. And my closing thoughts are: the divine dwells within you and desires that you heal. Are you fully aware of that presence? Call upon the power of the divine to awaken its healing force within you. Be grateful for this miracle. Namaste. May the divine in me honor the divine in you. Thank you.
Thank you, Terry. We all needed that, by the way. I needed that.
I needed that. You're welcome.
I think guided exercise mindfulness is such an important thing. If anyone can, it's able to have it to be part of something, or just to stop for a moment, not to be part of anything, and just listen to your own breath is such a key thing.
Yep, definitely.
I agree. I just want to say I saw such a good quote, and it said, we get so busy doing, we forget about just being. And
Yeah.
so this is my favorite part of Monday, just 'cause I'm like, all right, just be for a minute. Like sit down, close your eyes and just be.
Aw. Thank you.
On. So good morning, everyone. So I just was on Twitter, and anything that's happening on for Miami or anything happening in South Florida, my ears always up, especially Web3. So I think and I became friends on Twitter, and so she was telling us, and then I heard rumors about it, and then I heard about it, and I'm like, oh, I want to know more. So Women Web3 event, and it's about the event. Let me just read a little bit about it. Join the future of Web3 with industry's leaders, a 2-day conference at W3 Hilton Miami Airport Convention Center. Over 100 speakers, 80 plus booths, and 5,000 attendees. Lots of fun and learn from the top industry leaders and meet the finest. Don't miss out on your opportunity to be masterful in Web3. And Web3 is something that, Emily and I have been talking about. I think her clients have dwelled into, especially with her yacht clients. So we want to go ahead and say hi to Rox, and good morning, Rox. How are you?
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for having me. That exercise that we just had put me in such a great mood for the week. Thank you so much. I usually run Twitter Spaces with my co-founders for Kindness in Crypto, and we do this stoplight check-in to kind of be mindful of how we are coming into like Twitter Spaces. So I really appreciate others who are like-minded and can really just set the tone and put us in the right mood for the space. So very happy to be here with all of you.
So before we start, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and also about your agency? And then what made you guys decide to host a 2-day summit?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Rox. I am from Southern California. I am an LA native. It will be my first time going to Miami. I'm very excited to experience the culture and this summit, which is the first of its kind. I am a previous organizer for NFT NYC, which this previous year was a 16,000 attendee event for a lot of people in the space from all over the world. So that was a lot of fun, such a great experience. And then from there, I met my two co-founders, Angela Whaley and Rebekah Bond, for Kindness in Crypto. And we're a collective of professionals and consultants in the Web3 space. And so we've just been keeping our ear to the ground about a lot of events going on in the space, seeing if we are needed, our services are needed, expertise is needed. And we came upon this Web3 Summit, which the founders of BOK Productions are actually putting this on. So it's Kimberly Bruce and Carrie Kilty. And it's going to be the first of its kind women-led educational conference for Web3 technologies at Miami Airport Convention Center, November 30th and December 1st. I've been assisting with speaker relations and sponsor relations for this summit, organizing Twitter spaces that we do Monday through Friday with all of our speakers and experts and attendees in the space. So it's been really great just getting a lot of different types of perspectives on what women in Web3 are looking for and what we'd like to see. And it's an all gender event. So we've been inviting all genders to the space because we don't want to just talk to women about this. Men need to be invited to the table. And I see Will is up here. He is going to be a speaker at Web3 Summit as well. He's one of our ambassadors. So hi, Will.
Good morning. Good morning. I hope everyone's having a great morning. That was a great exercise, Emily, to start us off on the right foot. No pun intended.
Well, I know Will from other projects. So from I guess I have a B too. This is Tonya Scholz, by the way, Will.
Oh, hey, Tonya. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm great.
Yeah. So believe it or not, NFTs is such a small world, isn't it? Like I feel like it's big because it's global. But when you think about NFT and crypto and all the different things and how everyone connected and then new projects come out of it. So, Rox, tell us a little bit more about you guys. So you guys met your whole team, the founders. You guys met in NFT NYC. I remember that was a huge event. I know a lot of people that went to it.
Yes, it was a huge event, but we actually did not meet. I was cornered in one of all the co-founders were in specific parts of the event. So I was mainly with the sponsors, like on the ninth floor. Rebekah Bond, who's one of the co-founders, also one of the consultants for this conference. She was at the help desk for many of the days, helping with the attendees there as well. So we actually didn't get to meet, but I contacted Alan when I saw he was organizing NFT3 awards in LA, and I saw that they were organizing this one in Miami. So I reached out to them, and I just wanted to see if there were any synergies or if we could collaborate on anything. And when they told me they were changing this event, because it originally wasn't going to be a Women in Web3 event, it was just going to be a Web3 summit happening leading into Art Basel. And so when he told me that it was going to be a Women in Web3 event, I was quickly doing research, just seeing what other Women in Web3 events there were out there. And we just kept contacting Women in Web3 events. The first one was in Paris. The second one was in Toronto. And then we quickly learned that we were going to be the first one in the US. So it was very exciting because these women that are leading it, they're pioneering an educational program that's designed to bring a diverse program of speakers to the local community of Miami. And the program that they're designing is to provide a solid foundation of understanding for business owners, entrepreneurs, educators, and students to build strategies for the adoption of emerging technologies referred to as Web3. So a lot of my group, Rebekah Bond's group, Angela Whaley, they are mainly involved with Web3 groups that surround like music, NFTs, technologists in the space. And then the founders are focusing a lot on Web 2. And I think that's so important to have both of those concentrations so that we can have a lot of the Web 2 people see what we're doing in Web 3, and especially surrounding women, because we have a lot of women in tech who have already been leading these causes. So inviting them to the table, we get to have their lessons learned, have conversations, and see where we need to go with this conference, really.
Well, you're in the right group. Emily could say. Well, she's been in speaking in Web 2. Emily, how long have we've been friends, and also like we've known each other. We've been doing social media back in, like for myself, I embraced social media back in 2007, and then Emily and I met through Social Media Club South Florida, and we had this thing called Tweet Ups.
Yeah.
And that's how we met. We only know each other by our Twitter handle. I'm known as No Aging, and she's Emily on the Ave.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, we've been speaking in this for a while, and now digging in with every client I possibly can. And I tell every female that I run into and every female client that I have, I'm like, get into Web3 now. It is the one place that we can create equity and equality where we can't in the real world. And like, you have to start doing it. Like, women have to do it. So I preach that as much as possible. And I'm really excited about today and about this summit because it's necessary.
So with in the bottom right hand corner, everyone, just a little quick housekeeping. There's a speech bubble. What I'm doing is I'm curating the conversation. So I'm actually putting up the link to the website so people can see what it is. I just published the YouTube video, just a little promo that you guys did, which is fantastic, by the way. So if you have other things you want to share, go ahead and put it there, because we already wrote the blog about this, but we're gonna embed the rest of it in as we go along.
I think also a super important thing to mention is, and I am sure of this, though I'm guessing, but the summit is for everybody, right? Even if people are just dipping their toes in, you don't have to be an expert. It really, I'm sure, is a place for everybody to come and learn and connect and because I feel like sometimes these summits and things are really intimidating if it's not something you are a part of. And so I'd love for you to just talk a little bit about how inclusive it will be for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. The founders are really putting in the work when it comes to the inclusivity. So we're reaching out. Well, Carrie Kilty, one of the founders, she's reaching out to a lot of the colleges in the area in order to encourage students to come. We're trying to make it as entry level as possible. You don't have to know anything about Web3 to come. It's just going to be something that is going to be very exciting in the future for those of us that are in Web3 that have been paying attention. We can see it as the next social media, really. So just to put it simply, for those who are listening, don't know what Web3 is all about, come and learn to see what these companies are doing. A lot of our speakers are doing with their research, and yeah, you'll be able to come in an entry level point of way and be able to learn about this. So it's going to be the first of its kind. We are inviting all genders, everybody from any type of background. We've been trying to be as intersectional as we possibly can with music and musicians and artists that aren't in the space as well. As we know it in the Web3 space, this is called onboarding. So we're potentially trying to onboard more people who aren't into this space. So what I'd like to see is those who are coming to the conference, and I haven't pitched this to Kimberly or Carrie yet, but if we could do like some type of pricing with like a +1, like bring your mom, bring your sister, like bring your aunt, just really anybody that, because we're all so passionate about Web3 and we can see what people are going to be doing with this technology. So I personally would love to bring my mom if she could come. I'm talking to her about Web3 all the time and trying to simplify it as much as possible. But these speakers really know how to simplify it. We've been doing so many Twitter spaces with them, and they can just put it in the most simplest terms for me. And we've been learning such a lot, not just like individually as a summit, but as a whole, because we have a community of speakers that we've been really relying on for a lot of our education that we're going to be having at this summit.
Yeah, I think bring a friend is a really I covered a longevity event, and they did a bring a friend deal or promo, which helped a lot actually, because when you want to introduce someone to something, so a lot of people don't want to go by themselves, or if they're already excited about it, but they want to share with their families and friends and their girlfriends or just the best buddies. I think it's a really cool thing, especially being in Miami and everything. It's I call it the staycation.
Yeah, absolutely. And another thing that we're going to be having with education is something that I have been pretty intimidated by being a co-founder. I'm fairly new. I've only been doing this for about 5 months with this collective that we started. And we're going to have a pitch contest. So this is going to be one of the activations that one of our speakers actually proposed to us. So during the Web3 summits, there's going to be a Web3 pitch contest. It's going to be co-hosted with Krypton Labs. And the contest is for founders and entrepreneurs that are building businesses and products using Web3 technology. So all are welcome and encouraged to apply. And the winners will receive a combination package of prices to support their pitch presentation. And so there's going to be a workshop that is going to be giving people the tools in order to be able to learn how to pitch. And the person, Ryan Kirkley, who is running it from Krypton Labs, he was one of the first that we interviewed for our Twitter Spaces, because he was just so passionate about pitching and new founders and entrepreneurs. And he was like, he put this out there. He was like, if you come up to me with your laptop at the summit with your pitch deck, he's like, I will give you feedback on it. And I feel like that is one thing that we have adopted since then. And it's just like, how do we make things less intimidating for people that are coming into this space, coming to this summit? So a lot of people have really just kind of taken down their walls, and they're like, well, how can we help you? And in addition to that, we've been asking our speakers, how can we also support you? So we're really just trying to build a community through this summit. And I know a lot of people are very passionate about community building, but I think having these conversations every single day, where we're inviting people to speak with these CEOs every day, speak with these CMOs such as Will, that we're making it a little bit more accessible to everybody who's wanting to learn more about this.
I've actually, I remember when you guys announced it. And I was looking because I Lucas Bean is the one. Let's see, I got into NFT back in 2021. February 2021, and he was the first one. And we only started following each other because I guess Twitter must just suggested him, or I don't know what. And it turns out like we knew everybody together, but we didn't know of each other. So we started following each other. And I know you have Lucas Bean, and then Dill is playing too. So that's exciting. And there's a bunch of people that I noticed that you guys have speaking that's been in NFT for a while that I've been following.
Yeah, absolutely. And then a lot of our performers, I haven't seen this at a conference before, but since they are in the NFT space and they're also performers, some are going to be speaking as well. So I'm really excited that they're able to provide this for performers at this summit. It's going to be a lot of first time speakers at this summit as well. We're trying to bring a lot of fresh faces to this summit. So I really appreciate the founders for being able to make this accessible for speakers and putting them on panels with people who have done this before. And honestly, the speakers we've had who haven't spoken at a conference before, from just hearing them in our one-on-one meetings, our little coffee chats, and also hearing them in our Twitter spaces and then other Twitter spaces that they have, they're all going to be just fine. I'm really happy for them, and I could tell they've been practicing and putting themselves out there. So I'm excited to see some new faces at this summit as well.
And I'm gonna let you know you'll be done with hurricane season.
Perfect. Okay, great.
Right, Emily and Terry, isn't it hurricane season ends November 30th?
It does. End of November.
Yeah,
It's the perfect time to have an event.
perfect.
And perfect weather down here at that time. Like you're coming to Miami for the first time at the right time.
Oh yeah.
Amazing. I'm so happy to hear it. I haven't been to that part of Florida just yet, so I'm really excited to experience it.
Wow, I'm excited for you because it's beautiful. Miami's a lot of fun, and there's such great things happening. There's always. So, would you like to go down that, like, as far as the itinerary is concerned? Because you have there's a lot of speakers here. So, what are some of the speakers, some of the topics that you guys are touching on that you're excited about?
So let's see. The itinerary isn't out just yet. I know Carrie and Kimberly are working on that. Usually for conferences, you like to put that out a month in advance to give all of the speakers something to prepare for. But I know just off of some of the speakers that we have and their specialties that they'll be speaking about digital fashion, which I know we have a lot of people that are involved in that space. There's some that are going to be talking about securities, but I can just go over some of the leading people that we're going to have for like keynotes, and then kind of fill in the blanks from there. So we wanted to be, well, Carrie and Kimberly wanted to be thoughtful and have inspiring leaders to participate. So I know that we're having Scarlett Arana of Bit Basel, which is an organization leading global implementation strategy and regulation for blockchain technology. We have Ben Armstrong. He's a YouTuber, podcaster, crypto enthusiast, and he's the creator of BitBoy Crypto. Sandy Carter, she is actually one of the speakers that I was trying really hard to get for the summit because she is so inspiring in the space and is actually creating a space for women of Web3. She's from Unstoppable Domains, previously worked at Amazon Web Services, but she's the senior VP of Web3 leading domain provider. And she is all over the place, giving people unstoppable domain registrations, educating women. And she also always has her own like side conference at conferences like specifically for women, and so she could have like these kind of little side chats with people and really just have those moments, those in between moments where you're talking about women of Web3. And so I'm really excited to see like what she's going to be able to do at this conference as well. And then we have an actor from Breaking Bad, Daniel Moncada. So he's into cinematography, CBO, meme, NFT, community marketplace. We have Yukai Chu, he's led our Twitter Spaces since the very beginning of launching our Twitter Spaces and our community calls. So he's award-winning author of Octalysis and founder of MetaBlocks. And Paula Dezzutti, she is the founder and CEO of Local Choice, which this is just a small sample, but she's had a Skirt magazine, which is, I believe it is a women magazine, which highlights women in the space, and not just Web3, but she's just been pioneering women in the space. And just her slogan that she's told us, she's like, I'm trying to teach women how to not rely on other people for income. She's like, we don't need an MRS degree. So she has a brewery, she has a distillery, she's all over the place, but just one of those people that you look to because she's done so much as a woman from a very young age. And so I'm excited just to be among these people and to like be inspired and motivated by them as well.
This is really exciting. And because what's like so exciting, because Emily and I have been in South Florida for so long, and that we've experienced the whole Web2 social media, right, Emily? And Emily's been a speaker to all of them, actually. So just to hear now, talking about Web3. And then when we were hosting NFT women artists last year, we did a panel discussion talking about the blockchain and Web3 and what inspired them. And Emily was the moderator, and we, just so exciting for us. What are your thoughts, Emily? Isn't it cool? Because we've just been talking about this for so long now, and just to see something, an event that's happening in our own South Florida. And I was wondering, like, when are we going to start having a women's event? Like,
Yes. Well, that's what we talk about a lot, like with FemFest and everything. Like, we're like, there needs to be more events for women that are actually about the things that women really, really care about, and not just like I say all the time. I went to one women's event down here, and it was all like makeup, beauty, and anti-aging, and I was like, oh, we need to do better. So, ever since then, we keep saying there's a huge need for women's events down here, and South Florida has always, our social media club events and social media days, South Florida, all of that back in the day were huge, and everybody was really engaged, and we had such a connected group back then. And then, of course, during the pandemic, everybody kind of split off and went their separate ways, and we've been needing these groups and these events to come back and bring everybody back together again, because it was a really strong network down here. So this really is quite exciting, and I think it's going to do a lot for the community down here too.
Yeah, and I think because I think of Nancy Richmond. You guys should talk to her. She's with FIU. She was one of the social media club peeps, as I want to call it. And we hung out. I didn't even know she went to school for, what was it, her master's? I don't know. Next thing we know, she's like the one professor at FIU teaching communications, and she does this whole social media classes, and they do all kinds of stuff. And then Jessica Gazorek does the film. And again, none of them are really talking much about Web3, but they were like the people, the ladies who have very strong influence in Miami, and they also have been the trailblazer and really raising awareness about digital media, social media. And so we have a huge startup community down here too. So this is exciting time. And the fact that you guys I think you know this, but if you have an event and you post it on Eventbrite, it's the New Times, Miami New Times, they pick it up. It's listed in their in their event section. I don't know if you know that or not. If you want more PR.
Oh yeah, we'll take any tip that we can just to get the word out for sure. Yeah, we'll definitely look into that. I know our tickets are through Eventbrite, but I have to double check to make sure that our event is actually listed in Eventbrite. It's funny that you mentioned that you guys were at the forefront of social media, like when it was booming, like with Web2. My husband and I talk about that right now, and just how everyone is buying these domain names, because we have a friend, her social media for Instagram is just her first name, and she's getting poached for her name all the time. She's getting proposition, can I buy your name, because it is a common name. And I'm seeing that right now with these domains, and people don't understand. They're like, why are these domain names selling for so much? I was like, because it is going to be your brand. It's going to be you in Web3. That's why it is so valuable to so many, because the more that we build our brand, the more opportunities that we'll have in the future. And we've seen it with like follower counts and just the visibility that we have in searches. So just to put it into perspective for those who are looking into Web3 right now, and just wondering like how it is going to be, how it is going to shape the future of how we operate and how we interact with each other. Just to give some like history to when Instagram was first coming out and people got to choose their names, it's kind of like we're going through the same thing, but with just different platforms right now.
And what platform for people who are listening who want to, let's say, jump in and buy their own name, where should they begin?
I would say unstoppable domains, ENS domains is another one that I see commonly right now. There's a lot of domain platforms that are popping up, but those are the two main ones where I'm seeing a lot of people be the most active and that have really just the easiest, most seamless way of purchasing a domain. If there's more out there, please feel free, but those are just mainly the top two that I have been seeing that people have nothing but great things to say.
Yeah, I opened an account on Unstoppable, but I never really messed with it because I have, you know, what it is. I'm like, I collect so much domain already. It's crazy. And then there's another domain one too that I'm looking at too. But I can't remember what the name is, but I've been studying that quite a bit too when it comes to domain name, and it's so important. It's so important with your branding. Like the domains I have now with the .com and .net. I've had people like offer me a lot of money for them, and I try to explain this is my brand, this is my business. I can't just turn around and sell it to you for like, I mean, even for $1,000. I was like, no. And I guess we know, like we have a friend of ours. Well, his name is Mike Mann. Emily, you know I'm talking about Mike Mann. You know, he sells his domain for like 50 grand and stuff, like because he's been doing it for a while.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but I do know him. That's the thing too. Like so many of these domains. That's why I do think that's such a great piece of advice, because especially like when I went to go buy Mugsy, which I mean, my business is going on 10 years. It's been a nickname my whole life, but there's a company called Mugsy Jeans, and um, now both them and I are always competing for different domains and things like that. So there's definitely like jump in there and get it, and yeah, eventually one day you could sell it for good, you know, who knows how much money. So not a bad investment anyway.
Definitely. And if you have a personality that you're presenting on social media as well, for your name, for like Twitter name or YouTube name, I don't know if this is financial advice. I don't believe so. But I would recommend trademarking it as well, so that people can profit off of all of your work that you've been working towards with creating this name and creating this brand. So this is one thing that I haven't thought of myself, but we do have someone that is going to be leading an educational workshop. She's been in the space with artists and photographers for quite some time, and she was just telling us, she's like, I educate artists on LLCs and trademarks because they don't know the business side when it comes to putting their art out there into the world, and I think they need to be protected, and that we could do that through education. She's like, I've seen so many artists being taken advantage of, and that's not anything that I thought of when coming into NFT marketplaces or even the photography side of that. So not just learning at the conference, but everything that we've been doing prior with all of these Twitter spaces, you can get a lot of value just attending our Twitter spaces as well and speaking with these people, because they do want to connect with our community as well. And that's the whole reason why we're doing these Twitter spaces, is so that they can put themselves out there, connect with people. And we keep saying, like, when they are connecting with people before meeting them in person, those connections are going to be more impactful and long lasting. So that's why we encourage everybody to build this community before we all meet in person for the first time in Miami.
Sorry, I was trying to share out something. This is, yeah, I agree with you on that. I think building community and connection. Emily and I talk about this all the time. Our community in South Florida, our tech community, we didn't even know each other by our real name. We just know each other by our Twitter handle. And then by the time we hosted our tweet up, we built such a huge connection. And then from there, literally people were collaborating, creating companies together, and, you know, and just grow together. And, you know, and again, you know, for me, it's just like 2007 and 2008 and stuff. And now here we are today. We're going into the next level of digital. And so with Web3, it's a very exciting time to be part of. And I know it's about 18 minutes left. If anyone in the space would like to grab the mic, you're welcome to and join in the conversation. But I also want to kind of talk to Will also, because he because I always use the bees, the one that his avatar. I think I love their project. I host a Sunday NFTs for a cause, and they were like my third project that I featured. And then so now Will be he's speaking, right? Will, are you speaking at the conference, at the summit?
Yeah, I am. This will be the second NFT conference that I'll be speaking at. It's the third one that I'm listed as a speaker, but the first one I didn't really get an opportunity to speak at. But yeah, I'm speaking at this conference, and I'm looking forward to it. It should be a great time. The one thing that I love about the way Kimberly and Carrie and Rox and Bex and Alan are kind of organizing this event, it's a lot different than other events that I've been a part of this year, especially. Is they're creating a community first before the event actually happens. And so for me, that's really innovative, revolutionary, and different from how everybody else is organizing their conferences, at least the ones that have come across my radar that I've applied to speak at. So I really love their approach and their focus for this summit. It's going to be a great one, I'm sure.
And you're also having a virtual gallery, am I correct? Because I'm looking at your questions on your website, because that's really cool, because you're asking artists to submit from global.
Yes, this is something I'm really excited about. Kimberly is putting this together with Maximilian, who's a metaverse artist, and Maximilian is going to be in charge of curating all the art and submissions that they accept. So I've seen the layout for it, and I'm really excited for it. I can't wait till she's ready to share it, to show everybody what the layout is going to look like. But I know that it's going to be very thoughtful. Maximilian knows what they're doing when it comes to curating this, and the questions that they ask when we're selecting this art, and just organizing to see where it's going to go and how it's going to loop through the entire art gallery is just great. And we haven't had that many art submissions like in the beginning, but I've seen artists share that this is going on. And so we've been getting a lot of DMs recently, just how do I submit? How do I submit? And you can do it directly on the website. Kimberly creates all the forms. So there's a Google Doc form to fill out if you'd like to submit any art for the art gallery that we're going to be featuring as well. And I know some what are they called? Other conferences, they'll charge space, which I think is, I can't give my opinion on that, but this is completely free, and we just want to give you the space to showcase your art and you as an artist. So I know Kimberly is being very thoughtful with this, and I can't wait to see the end result.
Yeah, well, we can help you out too, because we still have our event that we did via Twitter Spaces last July, I think was July or August. Was we picked 7 very powerful women NFT artists who have their own community that they, because of Twitter Spaces, and I'd love to see some of their work up there too. So this I think that once the word gets out, I think that's gonna be like you're gonna have a hard time choosing. Like, do you know how many artists you guys are choosing?
That I'm not sure of, but I know when I worked at NFT NYC, there were lots of art submissions, and it was really hard to just see who was going to be selected because it was all great. So I mean, it's a great problem to have, right? If you have so much art that you don't know like who to select. So I say the more the merrier. And if you could help encourage more artists to submit their art, that would be amazing. I love supporting artists in this space. We wouldn't be here without them.
Would you have a virtual aspect to your conference? Like,
Yeah, so We're not going to be live streaming it. I know I asked Kimberly about this, but she's really great. She does a lot of this organization where she wants to remove as many roadblocks as possible. And so I know that she's going to be recording all of the talks and speeches so that those will be able to be shared through the speakers' platforms when she sends it to them after the conference.
So it's not a hybrid event.
No, it won't be a hybrid event. It's going to be 100% in person.
Well, you're gonna love Miami. You'll love Miami quite a bit, actually. And when is Art Basel? Isn't Emily? When is Art Basel? Because Emily's the one that would know when the Art Basel, because she has to plan the parties.
Yep, that I do. And we are, if anybody wants to get involved in Art Basel parties, hit me up, because we're looking for all kinds of people to connect. But Art Basel for Miami is in December. This year, I believe. Oh gosh, what year is it? What date is it this year? I have to be honest. I want to say it's the first it begins, and so you might even be here for the first day of Art Basel Miami, which becomes insanity and so much fun. And every major artist in the entire world is down here. So that all the events and everything, you're going to be right on time for everything.
Yes, actually, December 1st to December 3rd is Art Basel.
1st to 3rd. Yeah, there you go. And all my parties are the 2nd. So anybody who wants to jump on in, let me know. And Tonya, if you want to come down towards Miami, I know to get anyone to cross that Palm Beach into Broward into Miami, Dade County lines is tough, but let me know.
I think I can try to make a drive to the 305.
Or
It's
hop the
actually a
Bright
thing down
Line. You
here.
can Bright Line down now.
Yes, I was like looking at the Boca one. The Boca one hasn't been built yet, but I think Brightline is happening. But the 305, it's about 10:48. So, Grace, I'm gonna let you come up. I'm gonna bring Grace up.
While you're bringing Grace up, Emily, I'm going to slide into your DMs about those parties for Art Basel, because I'm extending my stay past Web3 Summit, and it's my first time to Miami and South Florida. I've been to North Florida, but never South Florida. So yeah, expect it.
I will expect it. You got it. We're putting all of our lists together and stuff. So shoot me a DM and we'll get you in.
Yeah, Emily, I know a lot of our speakers and attendees, those we've been speaking with, they're extending their trip just for Art Basel. So that's really exciting, because we're going to be having this conference, and then we're going to be running into each other at all these Art Basel like surrounding events. So it's going to be amazing.
Good morning, ladies. It's been a pleasure listening to you guys talk about art and the events that are happening in Miami, and I can't wait to hear back from. I'm assuming Will is going to be there. This is Ellie, by the way. So please, Will, you know what's been happening with me every time I open a new account and that person finds me and completely hacks my stuff. So, and Mom, you're down there too. Please follow me back. But ladies, I commend you guys and everything that you guys are doing. This is amazing, getting the word out. And now that I know that this event is happening, I'm gonna do my little part to share the information. I don't have a large platform anymore, but I'm building it back up, and hopefully getting situated with everything that's been going on my end. But I just wanted to thank you for your space, and thank you for the information you've provided. It's been wonderful listening in.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate you.
By the way, I'm Ellie Ya. I'm this singer. I don't know if any of you guys followed me before. I used to host with Will the shows that he has, but lots of stuff has been happening with my accounts. I keep getting hacked, and not until I completely get a new computer get a new router, and remove all my phones and get new phones with a new carrier, then I will be able to come back. And like I say, I'm going to be stronger than before. So, but right now everything is hacked, so I can't do anything. I keep opening new accounts, and because it's on the same device, she just, rehacks it and removes me, etc. So, but I'm glad to be here.
I
Well,
don't know
you know,
100%. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Tonya.
no, go ahead. I'm just saying, can you follow my account? I can see if I can help you. I'm the president of Women Communication, so, but I go by No Aging, KNOWAGING. If you follow me, I can maybe get some people to help you. I'm also involved in the cybersecurity aspect of it too, when it comes to Twitter Spaces.
And I see Johnny just requested to ask a question or say something. Let's let him in.
That information. Who spoke? I'm so sorry.
That was Tonya who was saying, go ahead and message her. She's here under AWC South Florida.
Yeah, I just DM you my my account, my personal account, and there's a this is what I do on the side when helping women would have trouble with their account and people hacking. And yeah, I know quite a bit about that. And we can just maybe do some checkup on some.
It's not even showing up on the message yet.
It will.
They
Once
do
we
that.
hang
They
up, it
go
will.
into my.
It will.
Perfect.
No, they will. It will, because either way, I know you spoke, so I'll reach out to you, I promise. So Johnny, how are you?
Hey guys, I'm doing good. One of my actually co-founders, Shenna, she's actually just got on a plane, sent us an invite to this room, and she's like, "Hey guys, I wanted to go to this room, but I won't make it. Can you guys come support?" So a few of my other co-founders are in here, but we're just really big advocates of women in Web3 and diverse cultures. We're all come from different backgrounds, and I saw the space, and I've been following Women in Web3 conference, and I've been following you guys for a little bit just to kind of get more information. But we're going to be down there in Art Basel. We're basically in the music side of Web3, but we love community building, and we're trying to really start getting active more, mainly in music Web3, but also in general in Web3, especially in women and different diverse cultures. And we're just here to support and listen, and someday talk about our project, but right now we're just here to soak up any information and network as much as possible, because we'll be down there probably for about a week or two in Miami. Our company's based out of Miami, but we're spread out a little bit as well. But thank you guys for letting me up here.
Well, thank you for joining us and getting you on our radar, because I was just saying, I would sit on a rant and go, why isn't there any people in Miami? and I've only became friends with a few of them in music NFTs. So welcome, and I'm gonna follow you on my personal account so we can chat some more about it, because I got into music NFTs October of last year, and then I did this whole NFT music radio. I sat in spaces for like 6 hours, letting all these different musicians from all over the world play their music and talk about their project. And through them, I learned a lot about tokenizing and the DAO and all that. Really, you no longer become a fan, you become family, because you're investing into the artist.
Yeah, I think a big thing with music is it's like the everlasting thing that will outlive everything, because of its changes and just music is internal, I feel. But it's cool to see more people get involve it in Web3, and especially women. Like one of my friends, Shenna, I told her about a year ago about NFTs and music and Web3 and blockchain technology in general, and I sent her a bunch of information. She's like, "I'm scared to dive into it. I don't really know much about it." So probably 3 months ago, and it was 8 months later, she hit me up and she's like, "Oh my God, you guys are doing something I've never." And then she's been obsessed with it, and she comes from a marketing and music side too. So it's cool to see people get so enthused into it as I am. So it's awesome to also have a woman as one of our co-founders. It's kind of one of the things that drives us as well.
I look forward to our collaboration. Hey, Bex, how's it going?
Good. How are you? Thanks for bringing me up. I just rocks from behind the Women in Web3 Summit PFP was like, come join us. I'm consulting for the event as well and have been super buried in real life. And finally, my 9 o'clock just canceled, so I'm able to say hello. Hi, everybody.
Hey, Bex. Yeah, Bex is the owner and co-founder of Kindness in Crypto. Kindness in Crypto was her brainchild, and she invited myself and Angela Whaley to be a part of it, and we all work together at NFT NYC. Love being in spaces with Bex. Usually when we do Twitter spaces, we are the host and co-host, and it's just fun to have a partner in crime through all of these Twitter spaces. So thanks for being here, Bex.
Aw, thank you. And thanks for the intro. Apparently my coffee hasn't kicked in yet. I'm like, hi, everybody. Well, hi, good to see you. I see a lot of really great familiar faces. And it's nice to meet the host and co-host today. We're excited to be a part of something different in the space and elevate women and marginalized communities in general. And so, yeah, I hope to see everyone there here real soon.
So is there any way that you guys can work out something for our code for our women communication we can send out to our database?
Oh, we'd love to.
It'd be cool. You can do like the 2-for-1, bring a friend type of deal. I think that would be exciting. Don't you think, Emily? That, and then this way, women get an opportunity to go with their girlfriend, their besties, and learn something together. I mean, it's kind, and even guys too, you know. So
Yeah, absolutely. I think a 2-for-1 would be amazing. Any kind of a special we can give to our members to share every time we do an event. I know everybody always likes to come with their +1 and come on out. So I think that'd be amazing. And I definitely will be sharing your link out to all of my friends because this sounds like exactly what we have been wishing would come down to Miami.
Yeah, absolutely. I know we probably can't do a 2-for-1. I'm not at liberty to arrange those, but I know Kimberly loves supporting communities. And since you will all be promoting us, I know she'll be more than happy to create like a discount code like for your community. And she also gave me the green light to give away a ticket in this space today. So I will leave that up to you if you'd like to choose just someone from your community or anybody who's participating in any of your streaming or spaces today as well.
So
That's
Emily,
amazing. Thank you.
yeah, thank you. So I think yeah, because we're streaming on Facebook in our group, and then we're also on our website because everybody knows at 10 a.m. they have to come to the website because it's being live streamed on YouTube also. Emily, do you want to do one in the space or you want to do it for everyone else?
I feel like we should at least open it up on our page and kind of promote it for a little bit and let some of our other members who aren't able to join in the morning, because I know we have a few ladies who join us almost every week and they weren't able to be here today, so I'd hate to leave them out.
Perfect. See, I put her on the spot. I'll let her I'll let her handle it.
No, I know, but and I'm sorry to everyone in the space, but visit our website and we'll have, we'll put something up. Tonya, I'm sure we can pop something up for people to be able to like enter to win. But I just think let's keep it open to everybody and give everyone a chance because this is really cool. And I'm sure, even the ladies in our group who don't win a ticket, I'm sure, we'll use that discount and come on out and support this event because this is a very cool one.
So it's 11 o'clock. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. So Rox, any final thoughts? I'm going to go ahead and go through the space real quick with the speakers. And then we're going to close out this space. So Rox, I would like to start with you. Any final thoughts?
Yes, thank you so much for having me here. I love that you do this every Monday, and I loved how you opened this room to make everybody mindful and just ease into our week as well. Thank you for giving us the platform to talk about this and what we're doing. I encourage anybody who is just curious about Web3 and what we're doing to visit our page, give our speakers a follow, see what they're doing. It's very interesting very interesting time to be in this space. We're going to be in Miami at the Miami Airport Convention Center, November 30th, December 1st. Our speaker list is pretty 50-50 when it comes to men and women, which I haven't seen in the space. So we are truly one of a kind in the US leading this movement. So we need you there to be part of the attendees, to be part of the conversation, and all of those in between moments. So if you want to learn more, please visit our Twitter page and visit our website to see how you can get involved.
Thank you. And Will, any final thoughts?
I just want to say and reemphasize how excited I am for this conference coming up next month. It's going to be an awesome experience. I would encourage anyone who is able to attend in person to attend this conference. It's probably going to be life-changing for most everybody who's there.
Thank you, Will. And Johnny, any final thoughts? 'Cause I'm just literally going to go through all the speakers.
Definitely. Thank you guys. I'm gonna bell you guys so I can come into more spaces. And now that I know, we've been following like the Web3 Summit. We'll be down there during Art Basel that whole week. We're definitely gonna come to your event. Our co-founder Shenna has been talking about it, so that's why we kind of wanted to get in here. We all applied to actually speak on a panel. I think yesterday she sent us the link and she's like, guys, go apply. So yeah, we're love to, get involved with everybody. I'll DM you guys, Emily, and everybody else. I'd love to network as much as possible. Thank you.
Thank you. And Bex, any final thoughts? Thanks for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me. Everyone really covered it. I just would like to echo the excitement in the room about the space. And I would just encourage everyone to follow each other, be kind to each other, and just keep elevating others. So thank you so much. And I hope you have a great day.
Thank you. Emily, any final thoughts? This is it.
Just that, big thank you for being here today. And I cannot wait for the Web Summit. I'm going to be promoting that everywhere because I think everyone should go. And we have the boat show coming up next week. So just a small pitch for my clients. Come on out to the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. It's the world's largest in-water and out-water boat show in the entire world, world's largest. So come on out. There's tons of yachts, there's boats. It's gorgeous. It's so much fun. There's events that go on, and anybody who's interested in heading out to that, come on into my DMs as well. Happy to send you some information and all of that.
Thank you, Emily. The boat show is incredible down here. This is what we live for the boat show, especially for Lauderdale.
It is.
Miami
it's the best one. Miami and Palm Beach, that's February and March, but October 26th begins the madness for me next week at the boat show, and I'll be running around the whole entire week. So I'm excited for it. And right after that, then we slide right into all of our big November events and the summit and Basel and everything. So we're in season down here. It's exciting.
Yes, we are in season, and and we never we've been open this whole time, so I think we shut down early on in 2020 for like maybe 8 weeks or something like that, or something like a month or 2 months, but that's it. We've been open the whole time. So again, everyone, thank you for being here. And I want to let you know the Association for Women in Communication, we are an American professional organization for women in communication industry. We were founded in 1909. We'll be celebrating 114 years of women empowerment in 2023. We're excited about that. When we say women empowerment, it starts with us. And again, everyone, this is Tonya Scholz as the president of Women in Communication, the South Florida chapter. We will be back next Monday for another episode of Empower Yourself. And we will put out a blog post about how to win a free ticket to Web3 Summits. And again, thank you, Rods, for reaching out to me. And again, everybody have a great day, and I appreciate you. Bye, everybody.